Hey guys! So if you watched my last video, I was asking you guys what eyeshadow palette I should buy with my birthday money. And the way I decided to do this was every single suggestion that you guys made, I wrote it on a piece of paper, and then every time I got that same suggestion again, I just put another check mark next to that palette's name on the paper. And the winner is, I did it in a democratic fashion. I just, added up the check marks to see which palette people mentioned the most, and the one that got the most votes, if you want to look at it that way, or the one that got the most suggestions, was the Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And I know that everybody knows what this looks like, but that is it. And if it looks like it's been messed with, it's because it has been. I used it, let's see, I bought it Saturday, and then I used it yesterday to do my eye makeup, and I used it again today. And I tried to pick some different colors each time to do my makeup. Yesterday I just went in there and with no prior knowledge of it whatsoever, just tried to put a look together, and I had to tweak it a little bit to get it to work for me. And then today I decided to go ahead and look at that little card that comes with it and do one of those looks. And I gotta tell you, this is probably the warmest eyeshadow palette that I own in terms of tone. And one of you had mentioned that in the comments yesterday, that it was an extremely warm palette, and it is. And I have been getting much more experimental with my looks. I started off always using cool toned eyeshadows, then I moved into neutrals, and this is extremely warm with the exception of the light pink and the purple that's right next to it. Those two colors right there, the pink and the purple. But aside from those, this is really, really warm neutrals. And I don't know, I'm not sure if I feel like I can pull this off. I'm definitely keeping it. I'm definitely going to play with it a lot more and try to use a variety of shadows. But wow, this is really, really warm. And I think it's good to have a wide variety of things with your makeup, and I definitely don't have anything like this, and I'm glad you guys recommended this, because this isn't necessarily something that I would have picked out on my own, just because it is so different than, it's outside my comfort zone. But that's good, because you really need to challenge yourself, I feel like, makeup wise, and not always buy the same thing. I mean, what's the point of buying the same things over and over and over again? It's good to have a wide variety of things. But yeah, this is really different. Now, in terms of the actual shadows themselves, I have never owned anything Too Faced as far as eyeshadows before, and I really love the way these apply. I love the way they blend. I think the quality of the shadows themselves is really nice, and especially when you're working in the crease, the shadows just, they blend so easily in the crease area, and yeah, I really like them. Now I'm going to show you some other things that I bought too besides that over the weekend. Another brand that I've always been curious about is the Balm, and I was at Kohl's this weekend, and Kohl's has some Kohl's only exclusive, the Balm eyeshadow palettes. Well, actually it's a face palette. They have two. They have one called Hawaii and one called California. And these are only $15, and I thought, wow, this would be a great way to try the Balm eyeshadows, because I've never tried them before. And so I got the one called Hawaii, and what you get is you get 3 eyeshadows and a tiny little blush, and I really like the looks of both palettes, and I had a hard time deciding, but this one this one is the one that I chose, but I haven't had a chance to use this yet because I've been playing with the Too Faced palette yesterday and today. But I'm really dying to try this. I might use this tomorrow to do my makeup. But yeah, I'm really anxious to try this. Let me swatch the colors for you. I'm not going to swatch the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette because I think that, you know, you guys have probably seen a million videos on that already, and it's not like it's a new palette. It's been out for a long, long time. So let me swatch this palette because this is a Kohl's exclusive and you might not have seen this before. So those are the 4 colors that are in this palette. And that's what they look like swatched. So looking forward to trying that. Yeah, $15. I figured that was a great way to try the Balm. And then if I like this, then maybe at some point, you know, I'll get one of the larger palettes to play with. Okay, and another place that, oh, I got the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette at Ulta, and while I was there, I went for a walk on the other side of the store where the less expensive things are. Oh man, I can't believe how the sun has been doing that to me lately. When I film my videos, the sun is like in and out and in and out, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about that. But I hope that this is going to show up now. There it is, comes right back out again. One time I had this happen in one of my videos and one of you was like, oh, thank God you said something about the light going in and out. I thought I was having a stroke. No, it's not your eyes, it's not your body. It's just the sun going in and out behind the clouds. So anyways, yeah, I was over on the other side of Ulta and I saw this, and I've seen this before when I was at Ulta, and I was really curious about it, but I wasn't sure. It's the Essence How to Make Nude Eyes makeup box, and I don't know if this is limited edition or not, but you get 6 eyeshadows, and Essence eyeshadows are kind of hit and miss. Sometimes they're awesome, and sometimes they're not so great, and whenever you get these types of palettes, usually they're limited edition. Usually they're, you know, very hit and miss, like I said. So anyways, I haven't used this yet, but I swatched it and the colors are awesome, but it didn't swatch good. So I mean, I'll have to let you know once I actually use it, but when I swatched the shadows, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. Let me just swatch some of them now so you can see. So, doesn't look too bad on my fingers, right? But here's... So that's what it looks like swatched on my skin. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe with a primer they'll be okay, but ooh, I don't know. Could swatch better. But then the other Essence thing that I picked up is one of their new long-lasting lipsticks. And this is in the color Barely There, number 6. This I loved. I put this on as soon as I got in the car after buying it, and this is awesome, and it was only $2.99. So if you haven't tried the new Essence long-lasting lipsticks, this is quite a great formula. And that's what that color looks like swatched. They had been really picked over, so I only got to choose between 2 colors, but there's a lot more colors than that. It's just that's all they had left because, you know, so many people had bought them. So I got this one, which is kind of a, oh, I don't know, warm toned coppery red. I don't know. I'm not always the greatest at describing colors, but I really like this formula, and that color actually looks pretty nice on me, which surprised me because it is a warm tone lipstick. And then let's see what else. I was at Christmas Tree Shop, which is They have a makeup department at my Christmas tree shop, and it's part of the whole Bed Bath & Beyond thing. And I picked up another one of these newer Total Intensity by Prestige eyeshadows. This one is they have a whole bunch of lines of these. The display area is pretty big. This one is called Total Intensity Color Rush Eyeshadow, and I got it in the color Pretty in Pink. And I actually bought this because to look at it, it sort of reminded me of those new NARS eyeshadows that are out now. Just, you know, to look at it, the pattern and everything. And I thought, well, I haven't tried anything from this line yet for Total Intensity, so I haven't used this yet. But that's what it looks like swatched. It's just a very light goldeny peach color. And let's see, I'm going to swatch it right next to that lipstick. So I haven't used that yet, but I will have to let you know, I guess. And I repurchased my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Tough as Taupe, which I'm sure you all have all seen this, because I had to throw out some of my older Maybelline color tattoos, and this was one of them, and this was one of the ones that I felt bad about throwing away. And you know, it's just a matte taupe. And of course you can use this for an eyeshadow, but you can also use this to contour your face with if you're careful, or you can use it as a brow filler. I mean, it's a real multi-purpose product that can be used for a lot of different things. But yeah, Maybelline Color Tattoo and Tough as Taupe. And then I finally bought one of the newer Maybelline Master Kajal Cream Kohl eyeliners. And these are the ones that look like this. And these have been out for a while now, I guess, but I just had never picked one up to try. And I've used this several times. I've used it 3 times now since I bought it. Maybe even 4 times, because I bought this like at the end of last week. I think I bought it last Thursday or Friday. But anyways, oh, this is in the color Midnight Brown. And I like the way this applies. No, actually, I love the way this applies. It's got like, feels like it's got some kind of oil in it. I think it said, oh, it was on the packaging. On the packaging, it said it had some kind of oil in it. So it just like glides right on, and it goes on nice and dark and deep and smooth. But the downside is it migrates. It moves throughout the day. I had it on the other day and I looked in the mirror, and right in the corners of my eyes it had all like coagulated, and so I don't like that about it. It moves. And also, after I have it on for a few hours, it is slightly irritating, which, you know, that's not good either, but it's too bad that it migrates and that it's slightly irritating, because aside from that, I love it. And see the shape of this? You can put this on so many different ways. Like, you can hold it sideways and get right up in that tight line and make it look nice and deep and dark, or if you just want to do the lower lash line, you can really, it's just really easy to work with because of the shape, you know. You can just get right in there sideways or full on, or it doesn't twist up or anything though. What you see is what you get. This is all the product that's in here, but so I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I really like the color of it and I like the ease of usage. But yeah, it's slightly irritating and it moves. So I've been continuing to use it anyway, because to me there are so many things about it that I like. So partway through the day I'll just look in the mirror and, you know, clean up the corners a little bit, and then it still looks great. But I do have it on today, so I got that. And then I was at Ulta towards the end of last week, Thursday or Friday, and I saw the new Revlon Boho Chic collection, which is Revlon's limited edition collection for fall. So I picked up a couple things from that collection. One of the things that I bought was a Revlon Color Stay Ultimate Suede Lipstick. Now you might recall that I tried one of these before quite a while ago, and I didn't like it. I hated it so much that I returned it, because I rarely return products that I don't like. And I think part of the problem with that was that I didn't like the color that I had chosen, but it was also the formula too. And I thought, let's just see if I hate this as much as I did the first time I tried it. And let me show it to you. This is like a berry type color. Did I tell you the color? This is called Wardrobe. And let's see. So that's what the color looks like swatched. So it doesn't look on quite as intense as it does in the tube. It's like a muted berry. And at first, I put it, knowing what I knew about this lipstick, I made sure that I moisturized my lips with lip balm first, as well as I could. Then I put this on, and at first I was like, well, this isn't as bad as what I remember in terms of formula. But then what happens is, as time goes on from there, it just starts to suck the moisture out of your lips. But I think I am going to keep this because when I first, well, because number one, I hate returning things, but also when you first apply it, it seems to be okay. So either what I'll do is I'll put a similar colored gloss over it to sort of lock in the moisture, or I will maybe add some lip balm to it and reapply the lipstick with it as time goes on. I don't know. I'm going to find a way to make it work because I really hate returning things. And the color is really pretty. It's that muted berry color, and I have some other similar colored things, but I don't have anything exactly like that, so I'll find a way to make it work. The other thing, this is a brand new type of product from Revlon, and I think that this might be some kind of test marketing thing for the future, because they probably wanted to see how this was going to sell or what people were going to say about it. It's called Revlon Luxe Cream Eyeshadow, and they only had one color in the display. And this isn't the most practical color in the world, but I really wanted to try it just for the formula in case they were going to release a line of these at some point. Then I would already know whether I liked it or not. And I haven't had a chance to use this because all I've been using is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. But this is, let's see, does it have a name or a number? It just says Revlon Luxe Cream Eyeshadow Street Style / Style Urban. And what it is a very, very intense, deep green color, and it has blue sparkles mixed in. And it looks like the green is sparkly as well. And I'm turning and twisting it, hoping that that will show you the finish, because it's a really strange finish on this. And I believe that this is a cream to powder. I haven't used it yet, so I can't say for sure. When you swatch it on your skin though, it looks like you lose the shimmer. So I think I'm gonna have to play around with this to see if you need to do multiple layers if you want the shimmer to show up, or maybe, I mean, I just swatched this on bare skin, so maybe over a primer the shimmer would show up, but, or then again, it could be an overspray in the container, but it looks like where I stuck my finger now, it's not as shimmery, but it's still somewhat shimmery, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with this before I can really tell you much about it. But feels like a cream when you stick your finger in there, but now I'm running my finger over that swatch and it's completely dry. So it's a cream to powder finish. So that's all I can say about that right now until I use it. And then I went to a Bed Bath & Beyond over the weekend and I just picked up some nail stuff. I got one of these Q-Tex scrubby tub things, and I had bought something similar in another brand, but a miniature version. And these really, they come in handy if you like want to sit at a table or sit at your computer and just remove your polish by sticking your finger in this tub. It's got nail polish remover in it. Then when you pull your finger out and scrape it against the foamy stuff that's in there, it's like a way of removing your polish without having to really pay that much attention. And if it didn't completely come off, you just stick your finger back in there and do it again. So it's kind of like the lazy person's way of removing your polish, but it's also good if you have on a polish that's more difficult to remove, because then you can just kind of leave your finger in there a little bit longer. But I prefer to use the foil method, which I don't know how many of you know what that is, but I did a video about it once, but I'm not sure now what the title was. This was years ago. You basically just take little cotton squares of acetone, soaked in acetone, and then wrap a little bit of aluminum foil around that and leave it on for like 5 minutes. And when you pull it off, you squeeze the tip of your finger a little bit, and then most of the polish, glitter polish, will come off. But anyways, so I know that has nothing to do with this actual product here, but so I got one of these because I just thought it would be handy. And then I picked up another one of these. This is my favorite top coat. It's the Sally Hansen Insta Dry. It's the one in the red bottle. This, I've used and tried tons of top coats, and this is my favorite. I was experimenting with some other things, but I'm going back to this because this is awesome. It's a great top coat, and it dries instantly, and your nail polish doesn't even have to be dry underneath completely. You can just put this right on top and it will just dry immediately and dry everything that's underneath it. So again, the lazy person's version of a top coat, and it doesn't, you know, protects your polish too, and doesn't allow your nails to chip as easily as other top coats do. And then last but not least, I bought this. This is a miniature nail polish. It's a CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant Gloss Teeny. I have never used the newer CoverGirl nail polishes. I know they've been out for quite a while now, but I don't know, just never tried one. And so I found this on the clearance rack at Bed Bath & Beyond, and it was half price, so I thought this would be a good way to try it without costing me a lot of money in case I don't like it. This is number 640, Black Heat, and it's black with gold glitter or shimmer. No, fine, I'm gonna say glitter that doesn't look too chunky. I think I have something similar to this in another brand, but I mainly just got this because I was curious about the formula, never tried it, and figured it was about time, especially for the price. I think it was, how much did I pay for this? Oh, I can't even remember now. I'm gonna say like maybe $1.80 something. I think that's what it was at 50% off. So that's all the stuff that I got between last Thursday or Friday and then over the weekend with birthday money. I do this every year. My birthday isn't until tomorrow, but yet I get my money as soon as I can so I can get out there shopping. And yeah, so I had a good time shopping, and I'm very curious about some of these other products that I haven't tried yet, so I'll have to get back to you. Maybe I'll have to do some kind of follow-up video so I can let you know how they were. And that's it for today, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.